First time watch and listen, second time say it out loud, third time just listen and recall the pictures in the video.
Almond. A. L. M. O. N. D. Almond refers to the edible seed of the almond tree, typically oval-shaped and encased in a hard shell. Almonds are rich in nutrients, including healthy fats, fiber, protein, vitamins, and minerals. They can be eaten raw, roasted, or used in various culinary applications like almond milk, butter, or flour.
Almond story. Emma loved almonds. Every morning, she would eat a handful for breakfast. One day, she decided to bake almond cookies. She gathered flour, sugar, and, of course, almonds. As she mixed the ingredients, the sweet smell filled her kitchen. When the cookies were ready, she took a bite. The crunchy almonds made her smile. She decided to share them with her friends. At the park, everyone loved the almond cookies. "These are delicious," said Tom. Emma felt happy. She knew that almonds made everything better, especially when shared with friends.
First time watch and listen, second time say it out loud, third time just listen and recall the pictures in the video.
Can. C. A. N. A container, typically cylindrical and made of metal, used for storing liquids or food. He opened a can of soup.
Almond story. Tom found an old can in his grandfather's attic. Inside the can, he discovered a map. He showed it to his friend Lisa and asked, "Can we follow this map?" Lisa smiled and said, "Yes, we can." They packed their bags and set off on an adventure. After days of exploring, they finally reached the marked spot. They dug and found another can, this time filled with gold coins. Their simple can had led them to a treasure, and they realized how much fun they can have together.
Write everything you remember in the comments.
Gap. G. A. P. The word gap has several meanings. Noun, an opening or space between two objects or surfaces. For example, there is a gap between the wall and the door. Noun, a difference or disparity, such as in opinions or performance. For example, there is a gap in knowledge between the two students. Noun, a period of time when something is absent or unavailable. For example, she took a gap year before starting college.
Gap story. Lily and Tom loved exploring the forest near their village. One day, they found a gap in the old stone wall. They squeezed through the gap and discovered a hidden garden. There was a gap in the clouds, letting sunlight stream down on the flowers. Lily noticed a gap in the bushes, where a little rabbit peeked out. Tom laughed and said, "This garden was hiding in plain sight."
After watching the video, write down all the words you have memorized.
Gig. G. I. G. The word gig has a few different meanings. Noun, informal, a job, especially a temporary or freelance one. For example, she got a gig as a photographer at the event. Noun, music, a live performance by a musician or band. For example, they played an amazing gig at the club last night.
Gig story. Lena was excited for her first gig with the band. She practiced her guitar every day to be ready. The gig was at a small club, and she was nervous. When the lights dimmed, the crowd cheered for the band. Lena played her heart out, and the gig went great. After the show, a promoter offered the band another gig next month. Lena smiled, knowing this was just the start of many more gigs to come.
To remember words better, watch this video 3 times in a row.
Insect. I. N. S. E. C. T. An insect is a small arthropod animal characterized by having 6 legs, a body divided into 3 parts, head, thorax, and abdomen, and usually 1 or 2 pairs of wings. Common examples include ants, beetles, butterflies, and flies. Insects are incredibly diverse and can be found in nearly every environment on Earth. They play crucial roles in ecosystems, such as pollinating plants, decomposing organic matter, and serving as a food source for other animals.
Insect story. In a sunny meadow, a little girl named Anna loved to watch insects. She saw a bright butterfly, a busy bee, and a tiny ant. One day, she found an injured insect on a leaf. Carefully, she took the insect home and made a small bed for it. Every day, she fed the insect and watched it get stronger. Soon, the insect was ready to fly again. Anna felt happy as she released the insect back into the meadow, knowing she had helped a small creature.
Watch the video to the end, then make a short story using the words you have learnt.
Oatmeal. O. A. T. M. E. A. L. Oatmeal refers to a preparation of oats that have been hulled and steamed. It can be ground into various forms, such as rolled oats, steel-cut oats, or instant oats. Oatmeal is typically cooked by boiling in water or milk and is often eaten as a hot breakfast cereal. It's rich in nutrients like fiber, protein, and vitamins.
Oatmeal story. In the cozy town of Breakfastville, Anna loved starting her day with a bowl of oatmeal. She enjoyed adding fresh fruit to her oatmeal, making it both delicious and nutritious. One morning, she decided to try a new recipe, adding honey and nuts to her oatmeal. The sweet aroma filled her kitchen, and her family gathered to enjoy the meal. Anna's new oatmeal recipe became a hit, and it brought warmth and happiness to their mornings in Breakfastville.
Repeat this video 3 times a week to learn the words correctly.
Peach. P. E. A. C. H. Peach is a round, juicy fruit with a fuzzy skin and a large pit inside. It can be yellow, red, or white and has a sweet, slightly tangy flavor. Peaches are enjoyed fresh, dried, or used in various recipes like pies, jams, and salads. They're also rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants.
Peach story. In the sunny village of Orchardville, Lily loved picking peaches from her family's orchard. Each summer morning, she filled her basket with ripe, juicy peaches. Her grandmother would bake the most delicious peach pies, making the house smell sweet. One day, Lily found a tree with the biggest peaches she had ever seen. She shared her discovery with her friends, and they all enjoyed the tasty peaches together. The peach harvest brought joy and celebration to everyone in Orchardville.
Write down all the words you memorized in the comments below.
Pear. P. E. A. R. Pear refers to a sweet, juicy fruit with a bell shape, smooth skin, and a grainy texture. They come in various colors, including green, yellow, and red. Pears are enjoyed fresh, canned, or used in a variety of recipes like desserts and salads. They're rich in fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants.
Pear story. In the peaceful town of Fruitvale, Emma enjoyed picking pears from her orchard. Every autumn, she would fill her basket with the juiciest pears. Her mother made delicious pear tarts that everyone in town loved. One day, Emma discovered a tree with the sweetest pears she had ever tasted. She shared her find with her friends, and they all enjoyed the tasty pears together. The pear harvest brought joy and celebration to everyone in Fruitvale.
First time watch and listen. Second time say it out loud. Third time just listen and recall the pictures in the video.
Plum. P. L. U. M. Plum is a type of fruit that is typically round, with smooth skin and a pit in the center. Plums come in various colors, including red, purple, yellow, and green. They are juicy and sweet, and can be eaten fresh, dried, as prunes, or used in recipes like jams, jellies, and desserts. Plums are rich in vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants.
Plum story. In the quaint town of Plumville, Sophie loved picking plums from her orchard. Every summer, she filled her basket with ripe, juicy plums. Her mother made delicious plum tarts that everyone in town adored. One day, Sophie found the biggest plum she had ever seen. She shared it with her friends, and they all enjoyed the sweet, juicy fruit together. The plum harvest brought joy and celebration to everyone in Plumville.
Memorize and speak aloud short stories.
Pork. P. O. R. K. Pork is the meat that comes from pigs. It's a versatile type of meat used in a variety of cuisines and can be prepared in many ways, such as roasting, grilling, frying, or curing. Common pork products include bacon, ham, sausages, and pork chops. Pork is known for its rich flavor and is a staple in many traditional dishes around the world.
Pork story. In the village of Porkville, a chef named Mike was known for his delicious pork dishes. Each week, villagers flocked to his restaurant to taste his famous pork stew. One day, Mike created a new recipe using honey-glazed pork. The aroma of the pork filled the air, attracting even more customers. Mike's new dish became an instant hit, and his restaurant flourished. The villagers celebrated his culinary skills and enjoyed the tasty pork together.
After watching the video, write down all the words you have memorized.
Porridge. P. O. R. R. I. D. G. E. Porridge is a hot, creamy dish made by boiling oats or other grains in water or milk until they reach a soft, thick consistency. It's often enjoyed as a breakfast meal and can be sweetened with sugar, honey, or fruit, or flavored with spices like cinnamon or nutmeg. Porridge is comforting and nutritious, providing a good source of energy.
Porridge story. In the quiet town of Morningside, Lucy loved making porridge for breakfast. Each day, she experimented with different toppings for her porridge. One morning, she added fresh berries to her porridge, creating a delicious treat. Her neighbors smelled the sweet aroma and came to try her porridge. The delightful taste of Lucy's porridge brought the whole town together, making breakfast a joyful event for everyone in Morningside.
To remember words better, watch this video 3 times in a row.
Preserves. P. R. E. S. E. R. V. E. S. Preserves are fruit products that have been prepared and stored by cooking the fruit with sugar. The process results in a thick, spreadable consistency, often with chunks of fruit still intact. Preserves are similar to jams and jellies, but typically contain larger pieces of fruit. They are commonly used as spreads on bread, toppings for desserts, or ingredients in various recipes.
Preserve story. In the village of Sweetvale, Sarah was famous for her homemade preserves. Each summer, she collected fresh berries to make her delicious preserves. Her kitchen was filled with jars of various fruit preserves, each labeled carefully. One year, she entered a contest with her special strawberry preserves. The judges were amazed, and Sarah won first prize. Her preserves became the talk of the town, and everyone wanted a taste of Sarah's sweet creations.
Watch the video to the end, then make a short story using the words you have learned.
Pretzel. P. R. E. T. Z. E. L. Pretzel is a type of baked bread product typically shaped into a twisted knot. It has a distinctive taste due to its preparation process, which often involves boiling the dough in a baking soda solution before baking. Pretzels can be soft or hard, salty or sweet, and are often enjoyed as a snack or with dips.
Pretzel story. In the bustling town of Bavariaville, Hans loved baking pretzels. Each morning, he made fresh, warm pretzels that the townsfolk adored. One day, he decided to create a new recipe with cinnamon and sugar-coated pretzels. The sweet aroma filled the air, drawing more people to his bakery. Hans's new pretzel recipe became an instant hit, and his bakery flourished. The town celebrated with a pretzel festival, making Hans's creations a beloved tradition.
Repeat this video 3 times a week to learn the words forever.
Puddle. P. U. D. D. L. E. A puddle is a small, shallow pool of liquid, often formed by rainwater on the ground. It can be muddy or clear, and it's usually found after rainfall or near low-lying areas. Additionally, puddle can refer to an earthy mixture of clay, sand, and gravel that becomes impervious to water when dry, often used for lining canals or ditches. 12. So whether you're splashing through puddles after a rainstorm or admiring the compacted clay lining of a canal, puddle has you covered.
Puddle story. One rainy afternoon, Nia walked home from school. She loved jumping in puddles. As she stepped outside, she saw a big puddle by the road. With a big smile, she jumped right in. Water splashed everywhere, making her laugh. Suddenly, she noticed a small puppy near another puddle. It looked scared and wet. Nia ran over and said, "Don't worry, little friend." She picked up the puppy and held it close.
Write down all the words you memorized in the comments below.
Raspberries. R. A. S. P. B. E. R. R. I. E. S. Raspberries are small, sweet, and tart berries that grow on a bush. They are usually red but can also be black, purple, or golden. Rich in vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants, raspberries are enjoyed fresh, dried, or used in a variety of recipes like desserts, jams, and smoothies. They have a distinctive, juicy texture with a lot of small seeds.
Raspberry story. In the lively town of Berryville, Clara loved picking raspberries from her garden. Every summer morning, she filled her basket with fresh, juicy raspberries. Her grandmother made the best raspberry jam, which everyone in town adored. One day, Clara discovered a hidden patch with the sweetest raspberries she had ever tasted. She shared her find with her friends, and they all enjoyed the tasty raspberries together. The raspberry harvest brought joy and celebration to everyone in Berryville.
Hit the pause button and post your story in the comments using the words you've memorized.
Salmon. S. A. L. M. O. N. Salmon is a type of fish known for its pink to red flesh and is highly prized for its taste and nutritional value. It's rich in omega-3 fatty acids, protein, and vitamins. Salmon can be prepared in various ways, such as grilled, baked, smoked, or used in sushi. It's a popular choice in many cuisines around the world.
Salmon story. In the village of Riverton, James loved fishing for salmon in the clear river. Every weekend, he would catch fresh salmon and bring them home. His wife, Emily, cooked delicious salmon dishes that everyone in town admired. One day, James caught the biggest salmon he had ever seen. He shared the amazing salmon with his friends, and they all enjoyed a feast together. The salmon brought joy and celebration to everyone in Riverton.
First time watch and listen, second time say it out loud, third time just listen and recall the pictures in the video.
Shrimp. S. H. R. I. M. P. Shrimp refers to small, swimming crustaceans with a slender body and long antennae. They are popular seafood, known for their sweet, delicate flavor and firm texture. Shrimp can be prepared in various ways, such as grilling, boiling, frying, or adding to dishes like pasta and salads.
Shrimp story. In the coastal town of Shrimpville, Maria was known for her amazing shrimp dishes. Every day, fishermen brought her the freshest shrimp from the sea. Her special garlic shrimp pasta was a local favorite. One day, she created a new shrimp salad recipe, and the aroma drew everyone to her restaurant. Maria's new shrimp dish became an instant hit, making Shrimpville famous for its delicious seafood. The town celebrated with a big shrimp festival every year.
Memorize and speak aloud short stories.
Spit. S. P. I. T. Spit means to forcefully eject saliva from the mouth, often as a reflex or deliberate act. It can also refer to light rain or drizzle, or a long, thin rod used for holding meat while it is roasted over a fire. For example, he spit out the gum before entering the meeting, and the chicken was roasted on a spit over an open flame.
Spit story. In a small town, there was a boy named Jake. He loved to play soccer with his friends. One sunny day, they played in the park. Jake kicked the ball hard, and it flew into a puddle. Water splashed everywhere, and his friend Tom got wet. Tom laughed and tried to spit out the water that got into his mouth. Jake thought it was funny and kicked the ball again. This time, it hit a tree and bounced back. Tom ran to catch it but tripped and landed in the grass. He looked up and pretended to spit like a cartoon character. They all laughed and continued to play until the sun went down.
After watching the video, write down all the words you have memorized.
Sprain. S. P. R. A. I. N. A sprain occurs when the ligaments, which are tough bands of fibrous tissue connecting bones in your joints, stretch or tear due to a sudden or violent twist or wrench. The most common location for a sprain is the ankle, and initial treatment typically involves rest, ice, compression, and elevation. For example, imagine a soccer player suddenly twisting their ankle during a match. That would be a classic case of a sprain.
Sprain story. Once upon a time, in a small town, a young girl named Lily sprained her ankle while playing in the park. She cried out in pain, but a kind stranger helped her up. Lily's mom arrived, worried about her daughter's sprain. The stranger offered to drive them to the hospital. At the hospital, the doctor confirmed the sprain and advised rest. Lily thanked the stranger for his help, grateful for his kindness. From that day on, Lily made sure to watch her step and avoid any more sprains.
To remember words better, watch this video 3 times in a row.
Spread. S. P. R. E. A. D. The verb spread has several meanings, including to open out or extend over a larger area, spread a map on the table. To distribute or disperse something over an area or among a group, spread seeds in the garden. To apply a layer of something, spread butter on bread. To become distributed or dispersed, news spreads quickly. To cover a surface with something, the snow spread across the landscape.
Spread story. The picnic spread. Lily and her friends decided to have a picnic in the park. They spread a big blanket on the grass. Everyone brought different foods to share. Lily spread some jam on her bread and passed it around. The delicious smell of the food spread through the air, making everyone hungry. As they ate, laughter and joy spread among the friends, making it a perfect day.
Watch the video to the end, then make a short story using the words you have learnt.
Strawberries. S. T. R. A. W. B. E. R. R. I. E. S. Strawberries are small, juicy fruits with a bright red color and a sweet flavor. They have tiny seeds on their surface and are typically heart-shaped. Rich in vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants, strawberries are enjoyed fresh, in desserts, smoothies, or jams.
Strawberry story. In the sunny town of Berryville, Emma loved picking strawberries in her garden. Each morning, she filled her basket with ripe, juicy strawberries. Her grandmother would make delicious strawberry jam that everyone in town adored. One day, Emma found the biggest strawberries she had ever seen. She shared them with her friends, and they all enjoyed the sweet strawberries together. The strawberry harvest brought joy and celebration to everyone in Berryville.
Repeat this video 3 times a week to learn the words correctly.
Tendon. T. E. N. D. O. N. A tendon is a tough cord or band of dense white fibrous connective tissue that unites a muscle with some other part, such as a bone. Tendons play a crucial role in transmitting the force generated by muscles to the bones, allowing movement. They are firmly connected to muscle fibers at one end and to components of the bone at the other end. A tendon is a tough cord or band of dense white fibrous connective tissue that unites a muscle with some other part, such as a bone. Tendons play a crucial role in transmitting the force generated by muscles to the bones, allowing movement. They are firmly connected to muscle fibers at one end and to components of the bone at the other end.
Tendon story. In a small village, there lived a boy named Tom. He loved to run and play soccer. One day, while playing, he fell and hurt his leg. Tom felt pain in his tendons. His mother took him to the doctor. The doctor explained how tendons connect muscles to bones. Tom learned that he needed rest to heal his tendons. He was sad but understood it was important. After a few weeks, he felt better and returned to soccer. This time, he was careful not to hurt his tendons again. Tom played happily, knowing how strong and important they were for his body.